can't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. And in order to know where we've been, it's time we pay tribute to all these past presidents that over the years have given up years of their life dedicated to the growth and prosperity of Family Motor Coach Association.
When I was president, I think I had one of the biggest rallies we ever had. It was up in the northern part of the United States, northeastern part, and I think we had over 8,000 motorhomes there. And that's been the most we've ever had, but we still have been pushing, 6,000, 7,000 quite a few times.
I just wanted the members to get their full benefit of being an FMCA member, because of the fact that it was one of the best, and is the best, I think, organization in the world for anybody that's got a motorhome. Because you can have insurance, you can have one of the best RV magazines in the world. It's got everything in it. If you want to buy something or want to get history of something, it's in the RV magazine, and it also has stories on people that are building motorhomes, and that's well worth the money for people that are interested in buying an RV, because they can see the good and the bad, get some idea of what prices and all that stuff.
There were many challenges in doing the job. Unfortunately, my husband had passed away years before, and I had children that I was educating, finishing. However, at the time I became area vice president, I was fortunate enough to be able to retire so that I had the time. I had driven the motorhome from the first day we ever had one back in 1973, so that was not a challenge. But the challenge was going to visit these chapters, being totally alone and representing FMCA. But I wasn't the only one that ever did this, so I learned from someone else ahead of me.
I had a pretty good idea what I wanted to do, and in fact I made a list of about 40 different things, typed up a list, and as I accomplished each one I would cross them off. And I think I got, in my 2 years as president, I got through about 35 items on my list.
The challenges I faced when I first got elected to FMCA was in the middle of a depression or recession. We had lost an awful lot of office staff, 21 to be exact, in January 2009. And my goal was, when I ran for president, was hopefully to bring us out of that recession on a stable financial footing, and which we accomplished by the end of 2013.
I didn't have a chance to plan goals like a traditional president would, because I came in to fulfill someone else's term. We created a new FMCA Assist, which was expanded from the coverage from what we had in the past. We entered it into the Michelin Tire Program, which I think is probably, little did I know how important that Michelin Tire Program was going to be, but the members love it. In fact, we're looking at using it upcoming to get some new tires for our car. We also entered into a contract with Fantasy and Creative World Travel to have trips just for FMCA members. So that we thought would be fun for our membership.
Whoever's the new president needs to keep looking ahead and trying to come up with things to, put the organization together and make it a little bit more functional.
We had worked very hard to bring Family Motor Coach Association up to an even financial keel. Today's management has a lot different issues and problems facing them than we had back then. They have come a long way in their advertising program by utilizing outside sources and advice as far as advertising and marketing goes. Today, I think they're on the right track.
I have found, as time goes on and needs to continue going on, that the friends I have made in FMCA are truly part of my family. And to me, as I say, the best part of FMCA are the people and my extended family.
Anybody that owns a motorhome that doesn't belong to a chapter is making a big, big mistake. Big mistake. Because they'll never get their money out of their motorhome if they don't get associated with other people doing the same thing.
It was hard during these times to sometimes remain positive. However, I raised my hand and volunteered to do a job. I volunteered to try and do the best I could to put Family Motor Coach Association back on an even keel financially, and I was resolved to do it up until the last mouse left the ship. We are a family. We work together, we play together, and we had a lot of fun together.
People are what is FMCA. It's not all the other frilly stuff. It's the basic people, the friends, the family, the lasting relationships that you make.
When I ran for president, I had many of my friends ask me, Charlie, why would you want to run for that job? And remember, we were losing $1.2 million a year then. Our membership was going down 5,000 members a year. Things were really looking bad. And a lot of us in FMCA was walking around with our head down. And so I told everyone, I says, you know, I think what the membership of FMCA needs is someone like Sam Walton was to Walmart. And they said, what do you mean? I said, well, if you'd never heard anything about Sam Walton, you'll know that he was a cheerleader. He'd fly into a town or drive into a town and he'd go to his Walmart store and he'd gather all his associates around him and he'd lead them in cheers. He didn't come in there and chew them out and tell them how to run that store. He didn't even know how to run the store. He knew how to lead by being a cheerleader. I want to be just like Sam Walton. I want to be a cheerleader. I want to bring FMCA back, and that was my motto. That's what I ran on. I didn't save FMCA, but what I did do for FMCA was I took that strong foundation those guys had laid, and I started building on that foundation. Our low point, after I went into office, got down to 67,000 F members. We are now at 73,000 and growing by 200 to 300 members a month, and we're on the brink of really busting loose. And we're doing that because of the foundation laid by our forefathers.
The idea of having an honors banquet for these guys and gals started several years ago in talks with the RV Hall. They graciously told us they had a plot of real estate for us, and I decided to start that out as a memorial brick garden for Family Motor Coach. We dedicated a brick for each of the past presidents, starting from member number 1, L1 president, all the way up to the present. And then this area will incorporate not just presidents, but for the areas to commemorate bricks to their members that have accomplished things, to chapters, to individuals. And I think it's a wonderful idea to pay that tribute. So tonight is the culmination of months and months and months of planning to pay honor and tribute to all these people. And I hope they all have a wonderful time and we have a good party, because you know what? It still is all about having fun.